guys, Meg here, and I've wanted to make this video for a long time. I write in every single unboxing where I get my albums from, where the album that I'm unboxing in that video came from, but I feel like a lot of people still don't really understand what the best K-pop album stores are and like which ones you should trust and which ones you shouldn't trust. So I've been wanting to make a video like this for a long time where I just talk about the stores that I buy albums from and why I like these stores. The first one is YesAsia, and YesAsia I've been using the longest. Ever since I started collecting K-pop albums, I've used YesAsia. I bought all my first albums from YesAsia. The reasons I like YesAsia are, it doesn't take them that long to get to the United States. I mean, it takes a decent amount of time. I live on the East Coast of the United States. When I started collecting, I lived on the West Coast. So things that I've found is that if you live on the West Coast, it's gonna take shorter for it to get to you because they send it in a different direction. It's kind of just how the map works, how the world is. YesAsia, I feel like, has the most descriptive descriptions about albums, and they tend to give you the most photos about albums the fastest. And then if you buy a certain amount of albums, you always get free shipping. I like that. The things I don't like about YesAsia though are that the albums tend to be more expensive, which is why their shipping is less, because they put part of the shipping into the actual price of the album. I feel like sometimes I've just had so many problems. Like recently, it got stuck in China for like ever. My albums got stuck in China for like a month, and it might have been because it was the holidays, and I know a lot of people had a lot of problems during the holidays, but like I just feel like, oh, that shouldn't have happened. Another thing that I don't like about YesAsia very much is just the way that they do posters. If you want a poster, then it's like more money. Another thing that I don't like is I actually have been charged for if a poster comes with a Japanese single. I use them for Japanese stuff mostly. YesAsia album came with a poster. I had to pay a little shipping fee. It wasn't that much, it was like $3, but it was like, excuse me? Like, where did this come from? I didn't know it came with a poster. You didn't tell me it came with a poster, but I bought the album, so I guess I bought the poster. But, so I don't really like that. But I do use them for Japanese things, mostly because I don't like CD Japan. And the last time I bought something from CD Japan, it took a long time to get to me, and I just didn't really like the way they packaged it or whatever. Another store that I use quite a bit is KpopMart. KpopMart I like because they ship quickly and they give you free posters, so you only need to pay for the shipping costs. Things I don't like about that is that shipping always goes up. There is no free shipping. So if you buy 3 albums together from KpopMart, you are paying 3 different shipping fees, and they add it all up, and then you're just paying like a lot of money for shipping a tiny box, which kind of sucks. But I mean, if you're just buying one album, like sometimes, a lot of the times when I buy albums, I'm going to stop doing this 2015, but a lot of the times 2014 when I bought albums, I just bought one album. I was just like, I only want this YesAsia B album. I only want this Infinite album. There's nothing else out right now that I want, but now I'm going to start collecting more collections, so I'm not going to be using KpopMart as much in 2015. I still will use them though when there's like, I just don't have enough money for like other albums that I'm just buying that one album. Another store I use quite often is Amazon. Amazon I've never really had any problems with. Amazon I trust because I've just never had any problems. Amazon is just one of those stores that, as someone who buys a lot of other things, not just K-pop things online, I buy a lot from Amazon, and I've just never had a problem with Amazon. Amazon is so good about just being like, sorry. Once I did have a problem with an album I bought from Amazon. It was my Hello Venus album, and I messaged those people and I said, hey, because it's similar to eBay the way you can like message people, and I said, hey, this album, the CD, it was like a plastic CD and it was cracked, so the CD actually did not stay in the album. So I said, hey, this is a problem, and they sent me another one. It might have been between the seller and Amazon, but Amazon sent me enough money to buy, they gave me my money back to buy another album, and then the people also sent me another album, so that's how I ended up with 3 of them. So their communication wasn't the best, which is one of the things I don't like about Amazon. Another thing I don't like about Amazon is their descriptions are always so vague, and they just have a certain title for a thing, and then they say, here's all the people selling this thing, and you don't know if this person is selling this thing exactly the way as the other person is selling the thing or anything. So like when you buy an album from Amazon, like I said, I've never had any problems, but there's always that uncertainty, like what am I actually getting? So it's a little scary, but I have been able to find a lot of albums that are more rare for a cheaper price than I would say on eBay. eBay, of course, a lot of people are very iffy about eBay, but I have found some great albums on eBay. I buy a lot of my older After School Orange Caramel albums from eBay. I buy them from a seller in Taiwan. His name is Daniel in Taiwan. I recently started looking at another seller in Taiwan too. I think it might be the same person, but I never had any problems with those sellers. I feel like eBay, once you find good sellers and you just continue to use those sellers, you have no problems. Just don't experiment that often with eBay sellers. I'll write a couple ones that I like that I use pretty often down in the description box, but once you find good ones, I don't use eBay that often for buying actual albums though. Another store that I recently started using, I have not actually received a package from them yet, but it's KTown For You. And what I like about KTown For You, my friend was mentioning them to me and saying you should really start using them if you're going, because I told her about how I was going to do, like, the way she collects albums is she'll buy the new release, say Infinite has a comeback, she buys Infinite's new album, and then she buys a couple old albums that she's been wanting to get. And for KTown For You, it's kind of like a game in a way. You have to say, okay, I want this album, but I don't want to buy this other big album because it'll just raise the shipping cost. But you can get tracking for $10 and buy 3 albums if you do it correctly. So I bought, in my album package right now, I have Junghyun's solo album, and I have AOA's Like a Cat, and I have an old Vixie, I believe the one that's in there is Rock Your Body. So KTown For You is something that I'll be reviewing in the near future when I get my first package from them. The only thing I don't like about KTown For You that I've discovered so far, their website's really unorganized. I don't like their website's set up at all. KpopMart, you go to it, you click on K-pop, and it shows you the most recent K-pop album, and then all the artists are on the side. I like that. I don't like how in KTown For You, they have a bunch of like random artists, like the most popular ones, in the front of the website that you can click on, and then they have like, you click on K-pop and it goes down to their best sellers first, and I'm like, I don't want to see the best sellers. I want to see what new albums you have available. Another site that I've used only once, but Kpop Ocean was a really good site because I was looking for After School's debut album, New Schoolgirl, and they got it for me for a normal price that I would have gotten it when it first came out. I got it really quickly once I bought it. I bought 2 Orange Caramel CDs with it too. Their first mini album in Bangkok City. It turned out really well. I was really pleased with what I got from Kpop Ocean. They were very, very good at communication. They replied very quickly, and I haven't used them anytime since because I kind of just want to keep them for rare albums, but because I like other stores, I've been using them longer, so I'm just kind of like not ready to make the big change over. But I do like them, and I think that you guys, if you're looking for an older album, they can't find everything of course, but they are very good at finding albums. So if you're looking for a store to do that, that's a good store for that. Okay, so those are just the stores that I use. Of course there are more K-pop stores, but I feel like that this is just a good way to kind of tell you guys what I use and why I use them and the goods and the bads about everything. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me a question down below. I'd love to answer them, and let me know what your favorite K-pop stores are. So thanks for watching guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!